Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. So it's felt like a good day for Manchester United. We've heard news that Matthijs de Ligt and Nazir Mazraoui have, of course, passed their medicals at Manchester United. And whilst the moves aren't yet official, we've seen grainy images of them training with their new teammates and with Erik ten Hag at Carrington. But someone that wasn't training, someone that's injured again, that is Luke Shaw. Now, I'm a big fan of Luke Shaw's, but in this video, I'll tell you just why I'm a little bit annoyed at his decision to opt to play for England in the Euros and now rock up injured for Manchester United as the season starts. It's very, very frustrating, especially for a fan of a club who actually pays wages. Gareth Southgate and the FA don't pay his wages, but he turns up for them in the summer, and now he's back crocked for Manchester United, having been injured for most of last season as well. Now look, Luke Shaw is a massively talented player and someone that I think when he's fit is probably one of the best left backs in the world, but he's never available. After that leg break, you could say that he's suffered horribly with injuries, and you've got to have some sympathy for him. You've got to have some sympathy for someone that consistently gets injured all the time, especially when they're so talented. But his decision to play for England at the Euros, turn up there barely fit, play a couple of minutes, and now he's injured again for us. It just feels like, let's just wash our hands of this, move on, bring in another left back. And this is why I was so confused when, look, I know Mazraoui can play at left back, but this is why I was so confused when we opted to sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka and bring in Mazraoui. I don't mind us bringing in Mazraoui, but why are we going to get rid of a right back when we haven't even sorted out our left back position yet? Tyrell Malacia, eternally injured. Now Luke Shaw, injured yet again. It's one that's frustrating, and this would have been, well, will be, his 11th season at Manchester United. And a player that had the potential and the ability to be the best left back in the world, when he's fit, as I say, is one of, if not the best left backs about, but he's very rarely fit. We're going to get stuck into this story. We're going to talk about Matthijs de Ligt. We're going to talk about Mazraoui. We're going to talk about Aaron Wan-Bissaka completing his move to West Ham today. But let's start with this one, and it's really, really disappointing. And you know what? A lot of people got onto me in the summer. A lot of people got onto me. You know what? I'll carry on with that in a little bit. Let me finish with this story. Luke Shaw will miss the start of Manchester United's 24-25 season due to a calf injury. Now, United have confirmed it. I'm reading from The Athletic. It says United confirmed in a statement that Luke Shaw sustained the injury at the start of pre-season training, adding that he is working hard on his rehabilitation with a view to being available after the first international break. After the first international... Well, you're going to turn up for England again? Turn up for England again, come back injured after the international... Yeah, sounds about right, being fit for the first international break. But also, think about how... Isn't that like 3-4 weeks? The 29-year-old is now expected to miss United's Premier League matches against Fulham, Brighton and Liverpool. Shaw had been nursing a hamstring injury, but to return to play for England at the European Championship. The left-back had missed United's penalty shootout defeat to rivals Man City in the Community Shield, and his absence leaves Erik ten Hag with Harry Amas as the club's only fit natural left-back. Central defender Lisandro Martinez started in that position on Saturday. Tyrell Malacia has been out for more than a year and is continuing his rehabilitation work at Carrington. United, meanwhile, are on the verge of signing Bayern Munich right-back Nazir Mazraoui, who has also operated as a left-back. Shaw missed a number of matches due to injury last season, limiting to just 15 appearances across all competitions. United begin their Premier League campaign this Friday against Marco Silva's Fulham at Old Trafford. A lot of people got onto Erik ten Hag last season as well because of injuries, kind of blaming him. And you look at two of those players that were injured a lot of the time. Raphael Varane, I love him, fantastic player, was key for Manchester United when fit. But Raphael Varane goes away to Como in his debut, turns up injured. Luke Shaw rocks up for pre-season. He's already injured. I don't think the manager can control that. We need to resolve those issues. And obviously bringing in de Ligt, bringing in Varane, does that at centre-back. Bringing in de Ligt and bringing in Lenny Yoro does that at centre-back in terms of replacing Varane, although Lenny Yoro's injured. Injuries are just... They killed us last season, and I hope this isn't a sign that they're going to kill us this season. I really do hope that, but even with Lenny Yoro injured, we have a little bit of depth there in terms of centre-back. We've got Martinez and we've got de Ligt. If you can start with Martinez and de Ligt more often than not, then you've got a pretty good centre-back partnership. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully they can gel together on the pitch. But a lot of people got onto me as well, not just ten Hag. in the summer when I was saying Luke Shaw, bit pissed off, turning up for England, hardly fit, doesn't play a game until like the last stages. And I even said at the time, I think I said it on the overlap as well, he'll turn up for Manchester United injured again. And what's happened? He's turned up for Manchester United injured again. And Man United just need to cut their losses. Now, it's going to be difficult to get rid of a player that's eternally injured. But we've given him so many silly contract renewals and stuff like that. And again, I say it, fantastic player. I've defended him time after time. I remember when Jose Mourinho was getting onto him and all that kind of stuff. But like, come on, brother. Come on. What are you doing? Going away with England, getting injured. Who pays your wages? Massive wages as well. This is what we've got to stop doing. We've got to stop doing it. As the earliest opportunity, we should be getting rid of this guy. And at the very least, we should bring in a left back. Fortunately, there are reports that even though Manchester United have got De Ligt and Mazraoui getting wrapped up, we're also going to bring in 2 further signings. Now, you'd hope one of those would be a defensive midfielder, someone that can play that number 6 position to put some pressure on Casemiro. Obviously, you got Collier coming through, and he looks like a really, really good, talented player. But we don't want to put too much pressure on him just yet. We also don't want to block the pathway, but we do need to bring someone in. Casemiro is not going to be around for much longer, so if you bring someone in by the time Casemiro moves on, hopefully Collier is ready to kind of step up into that position. Hope the other positions are left back. I know we kind of need, you could say we need another striker or players in those offensive positions, but we need a left back. We need a left back who's going to be fit for Manchester United. Unless the plan's to play Delo and Mazraoui, who they both can play left back and right back, to play both of them. But then who you got on the bench? Harry Amas. So you need to bring someone in, that's for sure. Aaron Wan-Bissaka left today. He's joined West Ham. Man United recruit £15 million of the £50 million they spent. He's got 1 year on his contract left, so you kind of understand that. But Manchester United clearly overpaid for him. Fantastic player on his day though. I think he played his part. He got his head down. He worked really hard for the club. I wish him the best of luck. I don't hold any ill will towards Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He was very vital as well in us winning 2 trophies while he was here in some of those games along the way to lifting those trophies, and in the games at Wembley. I thought he was excellent. So hats off to him and good luck to him at West Ham. I imagine he'll end up having some worldies against Manchester United as well. But De Ligt and Mazraoui basically done now. And if you look at that for a bit of business, £60 million including the add-ons for those 2 players. Fantastic bits of business. But I'd like to see us crack on a little bit more. We've got some players that could be making way. Scott McTominay's been linked with a move. Maybe you can recoup 25 million or something like that. Facundo Pellistri is being linked with a move away from Manchester United at the moment. Hannibal Maidbury is apparently putting a transfer request. So you've got players that you could potentially move on, bring in some fees. 2 of those players are players that we brought through the academy. And I know we paid a fee for Hannibal Maidbury. I wonder how that one works then. I suppose it wouldn't be 100% profit then, wouldn't it? So yeah, we've got one player that you got one. I'm there thinking aloud to myself like Ed Sheeran, but we've got one player there that would be pure profit, which helps in terms of PSR sense, and hopefully we can bring a few more players in. But it's been a decent window so far. Hopefully De Ligt and Mazraoui will be made official maybe even by the time you're watching this video, but probably by Wednesday. And if that's done, they can be available for that game against Fulham on Friday. Apparently De Ligt's closer to being match fit than Mazraoui, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Massively disappointed with the news that Luke Shaw has been injured. And whilst I don't blame him for being injured, I do blame him for going away with England and messing things up there. You know, bro, just go have a fucking summer. Have a full pre-season with Manchester United and get fit for fuck's sake. But no, wants to go twerk for Gareth Southgate. Jesus Christ, see in a bit. Also, actually, it's probably they've got to have questions with themselves as well. The FA in England and Southgate, the moron. He probably wasn't even fully fit. In fact, you know he wasn't fully fit because he hardly played, yet he still went. What a bunch of idiots, costing Manchester United now. See in a bit.